Scientists study the world as it is. Engineers create the world that has never been, said the Hungarian-American engineer and scientist Theodor von Karman. A very pleasant morning to one and all. We, on behalf of the Department of Mechanical Engineering and ITW, its entire fraternity and organizing committee, take this privilege to heartily welcome all of you to the inaugural of the first International Conference on Mechanical Engineering, Researchers and Evolutionary Challenges 2023. Before we start with the day's proceedings, onto the dais for today's inaugural function. First, may I invite our Honorable Director, Professor Vidyadhar Subudhi, sir. Sir, please come on to the stage and occupy your seat. I request Pasha, scholar from Mechanical Department, to offer a potted plant to our beloved Director, sir, as a token of gratitude. Thank you, Pasha. It's my privilege and honor to welcome our most respected chief guest of the day, Dr. Tata Narasingha Rao, sir, Director, ARCI, to grace the stage. Thank you. I'm glad to invite the convener of the program, Professor K. Madhumurthy, sir, to come onto the dais. Our national song is always a source of devotion and inspiration. I request everyone to raise for national song. Travels around. A ray of light is a ray of hope. So let's begin this event with the inaugural lighting of the lamp. I request the dignitaries on the dais to do the honors. Department to brief sir.
Very good morning to you. It gives me occasion of engineering fields. At present, the department is supported by 49 faculty members with research expertise in different specializations of mechanical engineering, and the department is also has the licensing with reputed organizations, R&D organizations such as NFTDC, DRDO Labs, BHEL, GRT, to name a few. The department has acquired funding about 4.5 crores under externally funded projects from DST, SEB, DRDO, DMRL, etc. Coming to the conference, this conference marks a significant milestone in the journey of knowledge exchange, collaboration, and progress. It serves as a platform for the experts, researchers, and practitioners from various corners of the world to come together and discuss the latest breakthroughs, emerging trends, and challenges in the field of mechanical engineering. The mechanical engineering, without a doubt, plays a pivotal role in shaping the world we live today. It is a discipline that encompasses the design, analysis, manufacturing, and maintenance of machinery, systems, and structures that drive our industries and enhance our daily lives. From transportation to energy, from robotics to biomedical devices, mechanical engineering is at the forefront of the innovations and technological advancements. As we gather here, we have the unique opportunity to learn from each other, share our experiences, and collective envisions the future of mechanical engineering. This conference offers a platform for fruitful discussion, research presentations, and interactive sessions that will undoubtedly broaden our horizons and ignite new thoughts. Today's world demands sustainable solutions to the challenges we face. The field of engineering is a crucial role to play in addressing these challenges by developing energy-efficient systems, eco-friendly technologies, and sustainable manufacturing process. Our collective efforts and dedication are essential in shaping better future for future generations. Moreover, this conference is just about exchanging the technical knowledge. It is also about the connections and building networks. They encourage all the participants to engage in meaningful. The power of collaboration cannot be underestimated, as it often leads to groundbreaking discoveries and advancements. To the young minds present here, I urge you to make the most of this conference. Take advantage of the opportunity to interact with the leading experts in the field, ask questions, and explore new ideas. Embrace the spirit of curiosity and innovation that drives mechanical engineering forward. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the organizers, the volunteers who have worked tirelessly to put together this remarkable event. Their dedication and the commitment together to human knowledge contribute to the sustainable world. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for briefing about the department, its vision and mission, and also for highlighting the academic milestones achieved so far, and also for giving an overview of the conference. Like Sir said, let this be an opportunity for more interaction and collaboration. Now, may I call upon Professor K. Madhumurthy Sir, convener of this conference, to share his perspectives on the conference. Sir, please.
Honorable Director, Professor Vidyadhar Subudhi sir, distinguished chief guest of today's function, Dr. Tata Narsingh Rao garu, head of the department, Suresh Babu, my fellow esteemed researchers, delegates, and participants, scholars and students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. On behalf of the organizing committee and as convener of this first international conference on mechanical engineering, researches and evolutionary challenges, I extend a hearty and a warm welcome to you all who have gathered here and others online from different locations to share your valuable research and insights. This conference has been planned to serve as a platform for researchers, academics, industry professionals, and students for exchange of knowledge, ideas, and experiences. In addition, this also happens to be this occasion happens to be repeating. While we say this, we acknowledge mechanical engineering having a pivotal role in shaping this world, and mechanical engineering had been the cornerstone for all progress, innovation, and development. It encompasses a wide spectrum of subdisciplines, call it biomechanics or aerospace engineering or materials engineering or manufacturing processes. We have several disciplines to deal with. And as we dwell in the realms of this research, exploring the frontiers and trying to address the challenges that accompany them, there are several new discoveries that are taking place, tremendous, and we always seem to be finding new needs and requirements. In addition to this, being professionals and researchers in this field, we have always been acknowledging or recognizing the need to keep abreast of the latest happenings that are taking place, the advances, and in the process, we also appreciate that in these developments, we recognize that there are various perspectives that emerge in addition to the requirements of the societies, the regions, the cultures. Knowledge sharing could be the definite route for innovation, which could help us critically analyze and solve the challenges that we face in the world to come and we are facing today. Having said this, we have considered that this particular session would help us, probably to exchange, not only exchange ideas, our research, our insights into this, but also to bring in such sort of cooperation, collaboration, and knowledge sharing, where we try to build some partnership, meaningful partnerships. Because addressing these problems individually could be a long time taking effort, but collaborating together would definitely lead us making things much more simple and bringing in much more perspectives that we may need to address. In this sort of context, it is not just the research that we are trying to look at. In the changing domain of today's world of employment, we see that we are often perturbed with the type of curriculum that we need to have for our foregoing students. That has been one of the disturbing elements. As we see, many of the colleges seem to be closing down some of the disciplines. Okay? That seems to be a greater challenge. So in view of all this, we also have a thought-provoking keynote speech by Professor Seshu of IIT Bombay, who was former director of IIT Dharwad, trying to address mechanical engineering education for the future. Okay? We also have similar sort of keynote speeches arranged. But because of the time zone differences, opportunity to serve many of the researchers, research papers have been pouring in. You know, we almost had about 400 papers for this conference, of which we could probably accept around close to 300 plus. And we are yet to publish these research papers and some of those listed publications that are likely to come. But the collaborations that we are likely to come ahead with this sort of deliberations here would probably throw more light to enhance our own research activity. I'd be failing in my duty if I do not say my heartfelt gratitude to the technical committee, to the members of the organizing committee, the faculty and staff of the department, and the administrative officials of the institute, as well as the technical and the professional people who have contributed to make this conference a reality. Their contributions, their unrelentless effort that has gone. We had volunteers who had been working all through, behind the scenes, who had contributed much to the process and making this workshop a reality. I hope you would enjoy your stay here during this particular conference. Warangal happens to be a cultural center. We have several people coming from outside to say it has cultural heritage during this workshop, conference. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for the insights shared regarding the influence of mechanical engineering.
Excuse me, please. The most important aspect of what I wanted to say here was that we have two personalities on the dais who had excelled and accomplished much in their research effort. Our own director, Honorable Director, Dr. Vidyadhar Subudhi, who has guided 40 scholars for their research work. He has also contributed more than 200 conference, peer-reviewed papers and authored 6 textbooks in addition to the patents that he has. And the awards are unending. So at a very young age, we are very glad that he has taken up the responsibility to steer our institution, and the emphasis seems to be on research and development. We appreciate the efforts being made, and we wish to participate in this. In addition, the chief guest of this day's function, Dr. Tata Narsingarao Garu, he has contributions with respect to the number of publications almost the same. He has about 200 plus publications. He has 20 patents to his credit, and he has guided a few scholars in this. And his contributions with respect to the nanomaterials and electrochemistry has been recognized world over. Very recently, he has been awarded the Fellow of Royal Society of Chemistry recently. Sir, we are very honored to have you here for this inaugural function to enthuse the participants and motivate them in their research activity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the insights shared regarding the influence of mechanical engineering in shaping this world and thus deliberating on the need of such research conclaves. Now, I humbly invite Dr. Syed Ismail, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, to introduce and welcome our Honorable Chief Guest of the International Conference, Dr. Tata Narasimha Rao, Director, ARCI Hyderabad. Over to you, sir.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, students, a very good morning. It gives me an immense pleasure to present a brief introduction about our today's chief guest, Dr. Tata Narasimha Rao, sir. So, Dr. International Advanced Research Center for Powder Metallurgy and New Materials, in short we can call it as ARCI, Hyderabad, India in 2003 as a senior scientist, and presently he is the director of ARCI. In addition, he is also an adjunct professor at IIT Hyderabad. He is recipient of several awards and honors, including a Material Research Society of India MRSI Medal in 2009, Tokyo University of Science President Award in 2014, Academician of Asia Pacific Academy of Materials in 2015, Technology Day National Award in 2016. Dr. Rao has published more than 200 research papers and granted more than 20 international and Indian patents, several of which have been translated to technological developments. His publications got total citation more than 16,000 with an H index of 51. So, Dr. Rao has been a member of several project assessments and governing body committees at national level. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to give brief introduction. With this, I would like to welcome Dr. Tata Narasimha Rao, sir, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Madhumurthy Garu, and his name is just now who read my Syed Ismail. Although you said brief, you made it long. So, before I start, I want to give a heartily welcome to your director, who will be visiting with his team on 26 to ARCI to explore the possible collaborations in various areas of research. Because ARCI, although it is called metallurgy and materials, we do a lot of research in all areas covering what NIT covers. Whereas the chemistry, physics, metallurgy, morning I was going through, because I'm a chemist and leading a metallurgy institute and coming to a mechanical conference and addressing a chief guest, so I thought it's the toughest job. So morning I was going through the profile of Department of Mechanical Engineering to see whether I can catch some keywords so that I can speak. But surprisingly, many of the areas what you work, they're matching, whether it's thermal engineering or additive manufacturing or laser processing, whatnot. So there is now I realize, because I myself lead the center as an additional director, in addition to directorship for the laser processing, where we have advanced manufacturing facilities, including E-beam melting and then SLM, and now we're going to develop Warangal A2 manufacturing as well. And we also develop materials, powders for A2 manufacturing, because A2 manufacturing is not so difficult, because you buy the machine and then get the powders, and then it's a CAD file, and then take the file and then ask the machine to print it. But the powders, what you have to, they are specifically designed powders for this A2 manufacturing, and then you don't have powders again. You need to import, and then generations are passing. Because we only talk much, but do not so much, right? So forget about superpower. we need to get a stable power in this country with the 60 Hz frequency so that we don't get power interruptions. So when I buy a TV, I need to buy a pulse stabilizer, these are so many, just because to protect cell, which again costs, not indigenized biryani, unless at least one component you make in India and then feel proud of that. That's what we want to do. In ARC, there are alumni of institute, and lot of students, our students, they get trained and then get PhDs. So it's a strong collaboration, sir. I wish it will continue for further. But what I would like to say is that ARCI, if you come and then see, your director will be visiting all that, and I see your director specialization is electrical engineering. So when I was about to visit your director, then I start seeing his profile. Because I need to spend some 10 minutes speaking. No, I always like to first, if you want to impress anyone when you meet, first you talk with little bit technical presentation, technical talk, then that person will come into your line, then you ask what you want. So that is a technique. So I did the same thing with your director. So I started with battery and then battery management system. Then that's all. He started listening to me because he started getting enthusiasm, because that is IEEE kind of journals when someone publishes, that means he's not a normal man. So, but I was in the process, I was also exploring what benefit I can get from your Department of Electronics, so that we badly need, we're not electrical expert, electronics expert, but we make batteries. We make battery cells, battery materials and battery packs. But when you make a system development, you need to have electronics to that, that is battery management system, which were not good. And more importantly, it is the thermal management of a battery pack that is very, very important. You saw in last few years, there are several scooters got exploded in Telangana itself, right, Hyderabad itself. Few months back, maybe 6 months back, in a hotel, the electrical scooter got exploded in the basement, and then poor people, they don't know, they started, because there is no lift, they started walking down, and 9 people died, not because of fire, because of the smoke, what is the chemical smoke and all, because a lot of fluorides are there, they suffocated them, then killed. So what is important is in the battery pack, you have 100 cells to, if you want to make a 48 volts battery pack, and 100 cylindrical cells, each cell may be 3.2 volts. So even one cell is not properly made and it is not followed as per the standards, then that become hot spot, and once it gets heated, then it started transferring heat, and then it blows once, twice, thrice, but if even you subside the fire, the 19th one may explode after 1 hour. So that is a big problem with that. So you need to have battery management system and thermal management. Battery management to cut off the power, and thermal to control the energy. We use a lot of, I see, we work with IIT Hyderabad, a lot of people working on PCMs, phase change materials, to fill into your battery packs wherever the voids are there, so that if the temperature rises, that will thermoregulate. And the second one is sensors. You need to have sensors. The moment the temperature rises above 60, it should alarm the driver that you better get down and then bhago. So, but that was not there. So a lot of people until, and once it to sell also whatever you want, depending on what you want. So the compromised one scooter without following these regulations, and we put ARA and ICAT also as partners of that. So coming to the mechanical additive manufacturing or laser welding, where someone was talking to me about laser hybrid welding. So we have all kinds, because it's difficult to weld materials. We do that by MIG and laser, or even we are also now working on E-beam based welding also. So we have laser surface engineering, laser drilling, laser joining of dissimilar metals, which is very, very important for the automotive engineers. When you talk about automotive engineers, I told already batteries, electric vehicles, but some other people are working on engine components as well, because when you see the hydrogen economy is the future. The title, when you see what is that, researchers and evolutionary challenges. Actually, when someone says it is a challenge, then I look into that as an opportunity for us, so that we can encash that. So it is rather evolutionary opportunities to all of us to address those challenges, and that is what we are going to do. So in hydrogen economy now, a lot of money, government has got a lot of money to fund, right? They are not able to give the money and then the money is going back end of the year because they're not getting the right proposals. To have the, because just because I have money, I cannot give the money for funding unless the proposal is clean and worthiness. So in hydrogen economy, there are hydrogen valleys now coming and individual calls for MNRE. But what I want to say here is for mechanical use, there are two aspects of hydrogen. One is either use hydrogen directly in the combustion engine. Of course, the hydrogen production, we know it is a green hydrogen from solar and all, that's all going on, and we are very good in hydrogen electrolysis because our technology from Sikri Karaikudi, that is a age-old technology where our Nivali lignite and all those electrolytes they use for the what is that Nivali factory is there, no? They make sodium hydroxide. That is all by electrolysis only. Electrolysis of sodium chloride water they alkalize and they make alkaline material, that is sodium hydroxide. And what you get is hydrogen actually. Hydrogen is a byproduct of these factories, these chloralkali plants. So Nivali chloralkali plant, the hydrogen is a byproduct of that. And then earlier there was no technology how to use hydrogen, whether you to use combustion engine or whether to use by PM fuel cell. So when you want for EV, unless you use hydrogen for electric vehicles in place of batteries, then hydrogen economy is not going to survive. For that, two ways are you use the combustion engine, but combustion engine is entirely different from what you use for diesel and petrol engines, and you have to design the engine properly for the hydrogen. But people are speculative because all these combustion engines they give 30 or 35%. If you have a lot of hydrogen, what you produce by electrolysis will go waste. The other one is PM fuel cells. That's what Toyota Mirai, Nitin Gadkari Saab, when he showed the driving of the car, Toyota Mirai, they use PM fuel cell. So PM fuel cell, a lot of people make, even we make in our Chennai center 20 kilowatt stacks. But the problem is that we know the science, we know the engineering, but up to the 70 or 80% level. Toyota Mirai uses a very small compact PM fuel cell stack of 50 kilowatt, and then on the engineering part, by reducing the components, increasing the loading of the catalyst, all these aspects, you cannot bring it down. So for that, what we have to do is, if you want reverse engineer, no, Toyota will not sell the PM packs. You have to buy the Toyota Mirai and the reverse engineer, which is 50 lakhs of the rupees. So the areas of the research when you choose, especially the young people, you please choose what is more challenging and what is required for this country, and that will be the best thing so that the country will, and we have huge opportunities in this country in terms of funding, in terms of incentives, in terms of startups. Now if you see the IITs and then a lot of students instead of going abroad, they are starting their own startups in India. My son who is now studying in IIT Hyderabad, he says that he is already looking for the entrepreneurship rather than going abroad and then studying. But I said that 2 years you must go and come back and do that job. So opportunities plenty, and teachers also should get updated with this knowledge. Now we talk about computational engineering, CFD. All these are required for making the things much easier rather than doing experiments in trial and error basis. So India lacks those experts because ARC especially, we do a lot of translation research, but we don't have experts who does this kind of simulation and mathematical modeling. So we look forward for the people. I see some of the profiles, even mechanics, those who have the expertise on this simulation modeling, and they can help us so that we can have collaborative research either in terms of students, combined students, or any other ways. So with this, I want to conclude. Here I see if something is left, I think more or less I covered everything. The TRL 1 to 3 to TRL 9 where the commercialization take place. And then one example, the last one what I want to show so that you can feel it, that batteries, lithium-ion batteries, and now Amar Raja is setting up a 1,000 crore plant in Hyderabad, and like that many plants are coming in India because EV is the one what is the future for next 5 to 10 years with batteries, lithium-ion batteries. So now we talk about lithium being found in Jammu and Kashmir and some places in Madhya Pradesh and even Karnataka also. but we need to have extraction technology, and metallurgists, if there some are sitting, they should see that it's not that lithium is there. It is a lithium in the form of hard rocks. So you have to extract. It's only 0.1 or 1%. So metallurgists, they should see how to extract that and then make it a purified lithium carbonate or lithium hydroxide, which is the starting material to make the battery metal. Now what I want to say is that all these battery plants, what they are establishing, where is the material, whether it's the lithium iron phosphate or lithium titanate or lithium cobalt oxide, these materials are the key material like basmati rice. You have the cooker bot, all these machines what they import and set up the plants, they are all cookers. And where is the basmati rice, where is the battery material? And again, that is the biggest problem, because a lot of use supply chain demand, that problems are going to pop up, because even for our pilot plant, if I want 50 to 100 kg of lithium iron phosphate, there is no country which gives, because it is globally the material is in need, because all countries have to comply with the COP26 and then they have to make the EV viable. So what we did is we make the lithium iron phosphate a process based technology, and then we transfer the technology and non-exclusive to one of the companies at somewhere on pipeline, and global exclusivity for these people to export. And we gave our land where we have one incubator shed to produce their material on 50 kg batches, so that we can handhold them until they really make the products at 50 kg level on par with what is made at TRL 3 level, that is a 50 grams. Or so scaling up is the valley of death. So it is not that you make chutney for 3 people at your home and make it chutney for 100 people in a party. It doesn't reproduce like that, because it's not that just it's a linear one. So you have to explore that one. So this is what is required, and then this is the first technology in India. Next month we are going to inaugurate that 50 kg pilot facility, where Amar Raja is already looking for signing an agreement with them for the supply of this material to them. So this is what the technology is what we are looking, not just this, but we need to have the, now I told you the lines what these people are buying, and then all the material design and synthesis and scaling up of all these to the ITR levels and transfer the technology. These are the future. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure listening to you. Indeed, it's really a treat for us to have you here. Also, thank you for opening up this opportunity for mutual collaborative research work, and we are eagerly looking forward to the visit, sir. So, as sir proposed, let us identify the challenges and look at them as opportunities for advancement, because if the engineers rest, the world is gonna rust. So, once again, thank you, sir. Now, we feel honored to have with us our Honorable Director, Professor Vidyadhar Subudhi, a man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, an idol of knowledge and experience and an inspiration to all of us. Sir, I kindly request you to address the gathering.
A very good morning to all present in this hall and who are watching our activities through online. So, first of all, I congratulate the department for organizing such an wonderful conference. I appreciate the presence and willingness and the acceptance of our distinguished guest, Professor Narasimha Rao, Director ARCI, and I must acknowledge the efforts made by the chairman and the convener of this conference, and my faculty colleagues of the mechanical as well as from other departments who are here, and distinguished delegates from different institutes, both offline and online, and dear students and all others who I have not mentioned. So it is a really pleasure for any institute to host such kind of international conference. Actually, I consider these international conferences in particular the academic marriage ceremonies, where a lot of activities in the similar line happen. Like any family functions, any marriage ceremony, what we normally do, we congregate with our friends for some purpose. The purpose is to cheer up with new weights for their better life and to find a matchmaking for the remaining ones. Okay? And then there are the youngsters, they are finding the match also very cunningly. Okay? So we do the same thing in this conference. What we do, we basically find a matchmaking, like Professor Rao has already mentioned, that this is the right platform where all this matchmaking happens. Either we find a match to marry, or match to roam around with a girl or a boy, whatever. So the purpose of this kind of conference, I consider, is a matchmaking ceremony in which we find what are the commonalities between us, among us, and take it forward the next level to propagate towards channelizing a research that will lead to some kind of industry relevance. And what Professor Rao has rightly mentioned, the TRL level is more important today, instead of just writing a thesis or writing a paper. That is the need of the hour. Now, first of all, I ask this question to always myself: why do we research? What for we are doing research? Is it just to get a promotion, or to do something like a thesis, or to document a paper, or to do something? So let us ask this question several times to you. What for you are doing the research? So you will obviously get an answer that research is important for something very much essential for the nation. In what front? We have lot of problems in the society, lot of problems. To address those, the research is essential, right? Suppose today you will walk from Warangal to Hyderabad by foot, walking. So obviously you cannot accomplish your task. Therefore, there are automobiles, there are so many public conveyances or your own conveyances. So the one aspect immediately comes to our mind is the quality of life what we want to have, and the speed, the economy, and the health and wellness, right? So basically, in summary, what I mean that all our research is directed to some benefit for the mankind in any form. If you look upon your mobile phones today, yesterday years it was a dream for many. It is only when I also see, when I was a BTech student, I was clearly observing the elite class people are having a telephone, mobile phone in their hand and a novel, entering to a first class AC compartment. Now it becomes a reality for everyone. How it happened? It happened by two things. One, by the government intervention in propagating the message to support it, and by the technological advancements. So therefore, this kind of congregation will benefit us to get a direction where our research should lead, so that we can contribute the nation in some form. In either the mechanical engineers will contribute to something which is essential today for the benefit. For example, it could be a robotic surgery, or it could be a electric vehicle, battery management system, or a material scientist could be suggesting some new material so that the battery life could be improved. So therefore, in isolation, in standalone mode, the research is not possible today. Unlike the yesterday years, we have to find a interdisciplinary approach to pursue our research. Because any problem, you name it, you cannot address from one angle. There are several aspects of it that needs a multidisciplinary approach. That's why today there is a slogan from the NEP, the government mandate. It is quite obvious, and its implementation is very, very essential. And if you look at our campus, for example, starting from the main gate till we end, so we are having a lot of opportunities for our research there. We can employ our research towards like adopting new methods, how to go for the solid waste disposal, how to harvest good quality potable water. So many problems are in front. Not only the sustainable goal, that 17 goals are pronounced very much everywhere, but also we have immediate needs. So what I must say here, because I am not an expert in the direction of mechanical, but what I can encourage you all folks here, that please take the fullest advantage of such kind of congregation in knowing the profiles, in knowing the deliberations, to take it forward the next level, just not for publishing a paper. Your end result, end objective should be to address some problems that are in our front so that we can benefit, the society can benefit. So in other words, I can say that we take some of the aspects in choosing our research problem. One is the speed, what is I am doing by hand, I can do by machine. Okay, so that is one aspect. So speed, accuracy, efficiency, and quality of life. If at all we can, and obviously economy will come in play, and environment, everything will be the byproducts. So therefore, I must thank the department to take a conscious effort in organizing such an wonderful international conference and inviting all the, authorities in these areas. Like I have seen this profile of the people who are invited to contribute either through online or offline. So try to take the fullest advantage of those, keynote speeches. And I am quite happy, like the chairman or the convener, they have pronounced that a lot of places to see, like the historical, the heritage, cultural heritage here, to enjoy good food, like the typical South Indian foods, and those who are not from South India, from elsewhere. So obviously South Indian food has a special charm. Please take that opportunity to have here, and also to meet people who have a distinct contribution in their own areas of research. Take the fullest advantage of it. With this, I wish that all your participation should be beneficial to the power infinite, whatever you expect, and much more beyond if you can channelize in the right direction. With this, I thank the organizers, the department, and the people who are assembling here for making it happen and making it wonderful. Thank you very much.
It's a rarity to listen to a seasoned academician elaborating the significance of research and collaboration in an effortlessly hilarious manner. It shows the excellence of the scholarship that he upholds. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion with your motivational thoughts. We would also like to extend our sincere gratitude to you, sir, for your support and encouragement in organizing such an academic conference. Next, may I call upon our chief guest, Dr. Tata Narasimha Rao, our Honorable Director, Professor Vidyadhar Subodhi, sir, Head of the Mechanical Department, Professor V. Suresh Babu, sir, and Conference Convener, Professor K. Madhu Murthy, sir, to release the proceedings of the conference.
ഇനോഗ്രേഷൻ ഒന്നുമില്ല. ഇത് ഉച്ചക്ക് 12 മണിക്കാണ്. അത് അവർ വേറെ രാജ്യത്തായതുകൊണ്ട് ഉച്ചക്ക് നടക്കേണ്ടത് വൈകുന്നേരമാക്കി എന്നാണ് ഞാൻ
Thank you, everyone. Now, may I request our Honorable Director, Sir, Professor Vidyadhar Subodhi, to present a memento to our chief guest, Dr. Tata Narasimha Rao, sir.
Privilege. Inspired all of us. Your presence has added immense value to this event, and we are truly grateful for your time and support, sir. I would like to express our profound thanks to our director, Professor Bidyadhar Subudhi, for gracing this occasion and for extending constant support to organize this conference. I'm sure that his speech not only provided valuable insights, but also ignited a sense of motivation and enthusiasm amongst us. We are fortunate to have such an accomplished and visionary director leading our institute, and thank you once again for sharing your knowledge, expertise, and words of wisdom with us, sir. We are really fortunate to have Professor V. Suresh Babu as the head of department, who has been a real source of support and encouragement in all fronts, which enabled us to organize this conference in a very short period of time. Thank you, sir. It is our privilege to have Professor Madhumurthy as the convener for this conference. His experience and expertise is instrumental in directing us in the right direction whenever we face troubles with decision making. Thank you, sir, for being the backbone of this conference. I would also like to express our gratitude to the head of Teaching Learning Center, Professor D. Srinivasacharya, and staff of this venue for their impeccable hospitality and assistance throughout the event. Your professionalism and support have been instrumental in creating a conducive environment for organizing this environment. Thank you, sir. Our heartfelt thanks go out to our sponsors, OP Jindal University Raigad campus. Your belief in our vision and dedication to advance mechanical engineering research and innovation is commendable. Looking forward to associate with you in the coming future too. My sincere thanks to all the reviewers for taking out their precious time in reviewing the papers and partaking in this conference. A special appreciation to all the keynote speakers who has readily given consent to participate in this conference and eagerly responding to share their knowledge. Let me express my deep appreciation to the registrar, deans, and all the other administration staff who supported us in giving all the necessary permissions in time, which helped us to organize this conference without any shortcomings. I want to acknowledge the invaluable support and assistance received from our beloved faculty members, both from our parent department as well as allied departments. We thank each one of you from the bottom of our hearts. We also extend our special thanks to the non-teaching staff for helping us at different times and at different needs. A special word of thanks to our organizing committee members and volunteers who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the smooth execution of this event. Without your unwavering commitment, this conference would not have been possible. We profusely thank the media and press for covering this conference and for giving a wide publicity to the event. Last, but certainly not the least, we extend our heartfelt appreciation to all the participants who have traveled from far and wide to be part of this conference. I'm sure your active engagement, insightful discussions, and valuable contributions would make this gathering a truly memorable experience. In conclusion, we are immensely grateful to everyone who has played a role, big or small, in making this inaugural ceremony a success. Your collective efforts have paved the way for exchange of knowledge, collaboration, and innovation in the field of mechanical engineering. Thank you once again for each one of you, and we look forward to the exciting sessions and fruitful interaction that lie ahead in this conference. Thank you, sir.
So once again, thank you, everyone. So before we proceed with the much awaited keynote address by Professor P. Sheshu, sir, let's break for tea and meet in the same hall by 12 p.m. Okay. So before that, I request everybody to gather for a group photo, followed by the planting of a sapling. Thank you. Thank you once again.